want to get into the attempts. We'll get to this next segment. The attempts on the president's life. We know a lot of these are going on, but you're saying intel in the last week, because this is newsworthy. I know you've got great sources. Tell us specifics.
I can tell you some of the specifics, but I'll
well, just tell us everything you can tell us.
It got reported that what was reported was that a gun was found in one of the drivers from the press that was going to be in the motorcade with President Trump. And they reported that a weapon was found and that the person who had the weapon was apprehended. That's all that was reported. What I've learned since then was that it was a military intercept which basically provided that information of the Secret Service, and the full nature of what was behind all of that has now been explored and dealt with.
You can't back down. Then things just get 100 times worse. There is no backing down. That's the big lie, folks. You cannot back down. You think you back down, you just get overrun. All right, Dr. Corsi, you just heard me break down the way I see things, the way I understand things, and the will of the patriots in this country. And I know behind the scenes, a lot of people from the deep state who knew what was really going on, understood that globalism was really evil and really bad, and that we were about to truly go into it. There were a lot of people, when they learned what Hillary was up to, what Obama wanted to do, how he really did back the Muslim Brotherhood, how they really were planning to end free speech in America when Hillary got in. They forced the patriots in government and in the private sector to move against the New World Order. We forced them out in the open. We've hurt them badly. They don't know how to give up. They don't know how to quit. We've given them quarter. They don't want quarter. I say, and by saying this, I make myself their biggest enemy other than Trump. They're not giving us quarter. Let's ram speed. Let's go. Let's just go. And I'm not that old. I'm not that smart. I just know it's dangerous. I understand the nuanced way to crush them and choke them like a big boa constrictor, and I'd like to go that direction. We kind of just forget them, crush them, and leave them behind. They're not going to let us do that. They know we're crushing them. They know we're wrapped all around them, okay? That's my educated view on this. What is yours, Dr. Corsi? Let's get into your intel on an attempt on the president's life in the last week, a plot discovered, and yes, the fact that the military, particularly the Army, as you said, is encamped around Trump and has been since he took the mission.
Well, and I want to explore one other part of this, and that is that since Trump signed that executive order, there's military intelligence has superiority over all the other forms of intelligence. It is the preeminent form of intelligence. There's a Supreme Court decision, Reynolds v. U.S. in the 50s, that established military intelligence has ascendancy and superiority, ability to rule the game over all the alphabet intelligence agencies, CIA, and all the rest of them. Now, since Trump signed that executive order, military intelligence is a group of military intelligence that works 100% of the time with NSA. So they're familiar with all of the domestic intelligence, which the CIA is not supposed to access. The CIA, of course, violates that at will, but the NSA and the military intelligence work together. So now that that is signed, Trump has access. He sees everything. He hears everything that these traitors have been doing, including going back and getting all the data on them going through the election. Trump is now privy, as is military intelligence, with the exact nature of the plots that were being formed back when Hillary started funding Fusion GPS. Eric Schmidt, who funded crowdsource, trying to prove the Russian collusion meme, that theme on the attack on Democratic National Committee's computers, all of that. Trump has got the entire scope of this. Now, he's going to lay out the predicate of this very
And that's how they were able to tell you a year ago that 80% of the bots were Soros stuff in Russia. You even named the group. I mean, you broke it all. It's crazy.
Well, and by the way, the press room at the White House, there's no real news going on in the press room. It's an act-up hour. Even the White House acknowledges that press is so far in the bag for Hillary, so far over on the side of the globalists, that it's hardly worth dealing with at all. I wouldn't be surprised in the next 6 months that press room isn't closed down. Now, the point is that with the intelligence that Trump has and what he now has disseminated, you're seeing the predicate of what's going to be massive prosecutions already developed. It started with the Nunes memo, which was the game changer, when we realized that the Fusion GPS lying dossier was used to get the FISA court approval for electronic surveillance. It's extended. Grassley wrote a very detailed version of Nunes's memo, which called out names, dates. Neither of these have even been answered by the Democrats. The Democrats have not been able to put together a response to any of this because the American public is now coming to understand that Hillary got opposition research, went to get a British guy, this guy Steele, who fabricated.
Sure, our audience understands that. I'm listening. I want to get into the attempts. We'll get to this next segment. The attempts on the president's life. We know a lot of these are going on, but you're saying intel in the last week, because this is newsworthy. I know you've got great sources. Tell us specifics.
I can tell you some of the specifics, but I'll
well, just tell us everything you can tell us.
It got reported that what was reported was that a gun was found in one of the drivers from the press that was going to be in the motorcade with President Trump. And they reported that a weapon was found and that the person who had the weapon was apprehended. That's all that was reported. What I've learned since then was that it was a military intercept that basically provided that information of the Secret Service, and the full nature of what was behind all of that has now been explored and dealt with. That's really about all I want to say about that. But that confirmed to me that the military intelligence is now actively working to monitor all communications and to determine threats to the president at a capacity.
And to be clear, the enemy knows how this works. One way to do it is you're not spying on people in real time. Everyone that's associated in connection to the president is with this grid is being watched. And when the tripwire hits that they have connected up the chain to the conspirators, then that activates, and then a human looks at what's actually being done.
Well, and in some ways it's deeper than that. It's almost that now the military intelligence together with the NSA have, and you've got to remember the real hero in a lot of this was Admiral Rogers at the NSA. He's the one who came over and told Trump during the transition.
November 17th, about the whole thing.
And so the NSA now has really thrown open all the switches and is working directly with military intelligence and the White House. And what they're doing is providing the information systematically to Congress so it can be disseminated to the American people.
And by the way, Dr. William Binney, the former head of technical at the NSA, he's hinted that his Pompeo meetings and others, there's obviously been more connections, is going back to his original program that actually works, that doesn't spy on everybody, but targets certain things. And the word is similar type things have now actually been put into place, not dragnets, but targeted stuff.
And very effectively targeted stuff. So that it's going to be, Donald Trump is going to be monitored and protected at a level that no previous president has ever been protected at. And the military have determined that the end game here is going to involve military tribunals. You can't try Hillary or Obama or any of the top people in a civil court, U.S. District Court, where the judge is likely in the bag and the jury is so far to the left that you get an O.J. Simpson acquittal and an O.J. Simpson joke trial.
You know, I've heard this, but they are seriously talking about, obviously just like Hitler and Nuremberg, military tribunals because it'd be too dangerous and you couldn't have a regular trial.
Gitmo's been refurbished. Gitmo's been thoroughly refurbished. It's in the process of being prepared for a new group of prisoners. The president has reviewed the executive orders which allow him to put U.S. citizens in Gitmo, not limited to foreign combatants. And
well, Hillary is a foreign combatant, but this is extremely dangerous. We'll be right back on the other side with Dr. Jerome Corsi. Stay with us. The globalists are losing, but they're doubling down their attacks. There's one thing they fear, and it's people power. InfoWars has defeated their censorship so far only because of you spreading the links, spreading the articles, subscribing, clicking the notification buttons, and getting the articles and videos out. but they are intensifying their censorship, so now it's more important than ever to ensure we keep the First Amendment alive and well right here in America and free speech worldwide. So from Australia to countries in Africa to Europe to Mexico to right here in the USA, I salute you all for taking action and defending free speech. We will prevail.
Alex, I salute you too. Yes, we will prevail. Yes, we are winning the info war. And if you would like to help Alex fight the info war and become a content creator, all you need to do is click on the link below and you can have free training. That's right, free training provided by Operation Sakar, formerly known as Operational How. Now before you go, I need you to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, but do yourself a favor and click on that link. Our next boot camp starts in April, and if you want to help Alex Jones, Operation Sakar, and all the other truth seekers fight the information war, then click on that link below. But hey, we're winning. How awesome is that? We are winning. God bless.
censorship so far only because of you spreading the links, spreading the articles, subscribing, clicking the notification buttons, and getting the articles and videos out. But they are intensifying their censorship, so now it's more important than ever to ensure we keep the First Amendment alive and well right here in America and free speech worldwide. So from Australia to countries in Africa, to Europe, to Mexico, to right here in the USA, I salute you all for taking action and defending free speech. We will prevail.
Alex, I salute you too. Yes, we will prevail. Yes, we are winning the info war. And if you would like to help Alex fight the info war and become a content creator, all you need to do is click on the link below and you can have free training. That's right, free training provided by Operation Sakar, formerly known as Operational How. Now before you go, I need you to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, but do yourself a favor and click on that link. Our next boot camp starts in April, and if you want to help Alex Jones, Operation Sakar, and all the other truth seekers fight the information war, then click on that link below. But hey, we're winning. How awesome is that? We are winning. God bless.